Class 7, the answers for your holiday homework, see page 1. Solve the following numericals. First one you had, calculate the speed of an object if it covers 500 meters in 20 seconds. That means the distance which the body is covering is 500 meter. Time taken is 20 seconds. So what do we know? The formula, speed is equal to distance by time. So I can put the value of distance 500 meter, the time as 20 seconds, and 500 divided by 20 will give me 25 meter per second. Be careful about the unit. Okay, don't forget to write the unit. It's very important. Right, so this will be our answer then. Next one, an express train move at a speed of 60 km per hour. Now what is given to us? The speed is given to us, kilometer per hour. How far will it travel in 7 hours? Time is also given. What do we have to find? We have to find the distance. How far will it travel? That means what is the distance traveled by it? What is the formula? Speed into time. Speed given 60 into time given 7. So you will get the answer in kilometer because speed is given in kilometer per hour, time in hours. So the unit of distance will be kilometer, right? You just check for yourself. If I am putting the value of speed here 60 kilometer per hour into time is 7 hour. So the hour gets cancelled. We are left with only kilometer, right? 60 into 7, 420 kilometer. Next one. A tuning fork vibrates 100 times in 1 second. Can you tell me what is its frequency? This is the frequency because what is the definition of frequency? The number of vibrations executed in 1 second. So that means 100 hertz. When we are writing frequency, what is the unit? Hertz. When you will write in full form, it will be but when you write in abbreviation, H capital, Z small, right? Okay. Now, I am standing near a cliff 340 meter away. Now, I am calling out my own name and after some time, I can hear the echo. If the speed of sound in ear is 340 meter per second, can you tell me the time after which I will hear the echo? Suppose this is me, I am standing near a cliff. Okay, I am making the sound. Sound is traveling and hitting this cliff. It's an obstacle, so sound will reflect back to me. What is the total distance traveled by sound then? It's going, it's hitting the obstacle, again coming back to me. So 340 plus 340 because 340 is the distance between me and the cliff. So the sound is going a distance 340, again coming back, so plus 340. Total distance traveled by sound 340 plus 340, 680 meter, isn't it? And what is given to us? Speed of the sound in ear is given. So we know that distance is equal to speed into time. So can I put in place of distance 680 because this is a total distance traveled by sound. In place of speed I will put 340 and time I will have to calculate. So what is time? 680 divided by 340. I hope you know that time, this will come when you change the place from one side of equal sign to another side. It will become divide now because initially it was multiply. So 680 divided by 340 will give me 2. What will be my answer then? 2 seconds time. After 2 seconds time, I'll hear the echo. Don't forget to mention the unit. Okay. Now this one. This was me walking and I've given the, say at 0 second, at 0 meter, at 4 second I'm at 10 meter, at 8 seconds I'm at 20 meter. Just see what are the distances covered then. In this 4 seconds, 4 minus 0, 4 seconds, I have covered 10 meter. I have walked for 10 meter. Again, in the next 4 seconds, that means 8 minus 4, in the next 4 seconds I have walked for 10 meter again. 20 minus 10, 10. 10 minus 0, 10. 20 minus 10, 10. So I've again walked for 10 meter. That means I'm covering equal distances in equal intervals of time, isn't it? But look at my friend. She is covering at 0 seconds 0 meter. At 4 seconds she is at 20 meter. That means 20 meter in 4 seconds. In the next 4 seconds, 8 minus 4, 4. In the next 4 seconds she is covering 5 meter more. This will be 25. If I think the information given to me, I have by mistake written 5, so make it 25. So see, is my friend covering equal distances in equal interval of time? No. Who is covering that? Me. So what do we know? When we cover equal distances in equal interval of time, we say that we are undergoing uniform motion, and my friend is undergoing non-uniform, which is not uniform. That means it's not equal throughout, isn't it? Now the last question was, the diagram was given in blue color. The question was given. Red ink I have used for writing the answers. Label the mirror. You all know this is the mirror. This is the incident ray because the light ray is falling on the mirror. This is the incident ray. It's falling on the mirror and it's reflecting back. So this is a reflected ray, isn't it? What is this? Normal at the point of incidence. Imaginary line drawn at the point of incidence, perpendicular to the reflecting surface. Now, what is the angle of incidence? Is 50 degree the angle of incidence? If you write 50 degree as the angle of incidence, I'll give a big wrong. Why? Because see, this is the angle between the mirror and the incident ray, isn't it? But what do we know? Angle of incidence is the angle between incident ray and the normal. Incident ray and the normal. Suppose this is the mirror. This is the incident ray falling and this is the normal at the point of incidence. So if I give you, this is 60 degree. And if I ask you, can you tell me the angle of incidence? You will quickly say, Miss, 60 degree. But this is wrong. What is 60 degree? This is the mirror. This is a reflecting surface and this is the incident ray. So this 60 degree is the angle between the incident ray and the mirror. But this is not angle of incidence. Angle of incidence means the angle included between incident ray and the normal. That means this angle. Whatever angle the incident ray will make with the normal, not with the reflecting surface. So this is the angle of incidence. This is I, angle of incidence. So how can we calculate it? What do we know? Normal. I have done this in class also. Normal means the imaginary line drawn perpendicular to the reflecting surface. That means a line perpendicular to another line means the angle is 90 degree, isn't it? That means the total angle is 90 degree. How do we denote right angle 90 degree? Like this. Hope you know that. We denote right angle or 90 degree like this. So this angle is 90 degree. Now if this angle is 60, how much is this? This is 90 degree minus 60 degree, that is 30 degree. So my angle of incidence is 30 degree. Okay. Because if I am drawing a line, I am giving you this angle. How will I find this? Total is 90. So 90 minus this angle. Right? Now, similarly for this, 50 was given. So if the total is 90 degree, how much is this? 90 minus 50, 40 degree. Total is 90 degree. This is a normal, perpendicular to this surface. So total is 90. This much is 50. We are left with this much. How much? 90 minus 50, 40 degree. What is this angle? Reflected ray and the normal. The angle is angle of reflection, isn't it? Angle between the reflected ray and the normal is the angle of reflection. This is not the angle of reflection. This is the angle of reflection. Reflected ray, normal. Angle between them, angle of reflection. How much will it be? If angle of incidence is 40 degree, angle of reflection is also 40 degree. How do we know that? From the law of reflection, which states that angle of incidence is always equal to angle of reflection. Okay.